Hey guys, welcome back to the channel McNallie Money, home of all things stock, investment, and personal finance related. Now for today's video, I'm going to be introducing you to my top penny stock pick for the month of May. The company name is COSM Holdings, and they're actually involved in the pharmaceutical space, specifically in Europe. Now I'm really excited about this one for a number of reasons. We're going to actually lay them out in today's presentation, but before we do, please take a second, hit the like button, you guys. It's a huge help to myself and the channel. If you're not already subscribed, McNallie Money, feel free to do so. And let me know in the comment section below if you're currently holding shares of Cosmos, what you think about their business model, and how you think they stack up to some of the other players in this space. Now, I personally respond to each and every comment, so I'd love to hear from you, and this is a great way to get a hold of me. Now, with that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so that's right. Today's video, we're going to be taking a look at COSM Holdings Incorporated. Now this company trades on the NASDAQ exchange in the United States under the ticker symbol COSM. You can see this is as of close on Friday, May 6th. They were down 4.5 cents per share, or about 4.5% to close out the session. And in after hours trading, so Friday night, they actually reversed that trend. They were up 3 cents or just north of 3% per share. Now if we pull up a 6-month chart on this company, you can see very similar to a lot of the other stocks we talk about on the channel. Since about the middle or start of February, they were trading in the $3 range, and they have fallen off quite considerably since that point in time. So they're now trading sub $1 US. And again, this is one of the reasons I wanted to get this video out, you guys, and really introduce you to this unique company, because I think this may present a great buying opportunity. Now, as mentioned in the intro, COSM Holdings is a vertically integrated pharmaceutical company. They've got a diversified portfolio or various different business units within their overall organization, which we're going to talk about in today's presentation. They also came out with their fiscal 2021 results just a couple of weeks ago, again, which we're going to touch on in today's video, and then close things out with a very interesting article from the Innovative Health Report that lays out a number of bullish factors for this company moving forward. So super excited to get into this one today. And with that being said, the first thing I wanted to discuss, if we actually jump over to the COSM Holdings website, I wanted to introduce you to this brand and organization for those of you who maybe aren't super familiar. So as you can see at a glance here, COSM Holdings Incorporated, again, ticker symbol COSM, is a fully reporting pharmaceutical holdings company based in Chicago, Illinois, in the United States, that specializes through its subsidiaries, again, which we're going to talk about in more detail, in the wholesale of pharmaceutical products throughout Europe. We are focused on identifying, acquiring, developing, and commercializing different medicines to improve patient lives. We have a large network of over 160 clients and vendors in Germany, United Kingdom, United Arab Emirates, Denmark, Italy, France, Singapore, Ireland, Sweden, Poland, Netherlands, and Greece. So very well diversified geographically, again, serving a lot of the markets in Europe and the United Arab Emirates. We have offices and distribution centers set up in Greece and the United Kingdom. And if you continue to scroll down on this page, you can actually see the various different subsidiaries which we're going to cover in today's presentation. So Skypharm, DHN or Decahedron Limited, Cosmopharm Pharmaceuticals, and Sky Premium Life. And with that being said, that's a perfect segue to this slide here. So if we click on the subsidiaries tab, again on the corporate website, which I'll leave a link to in the video description below, you can see a little bit more detail about each one of these subsidiaries. So I'll introduce them here, and then as we go through the earnings report and the Innovative Health Report article, it'll start to make a little bit more sense. So Skypharm is headquartered in Greece, and Skypharm's business is really focused on trading the excess amounts of about 500 medicines that can be exported within the EU countries. They buy from Greek wholesale pharmaceutical companies and multinational pharmaceutical manufacturers, and then export these products or medicines to European markets where demand and prices are substantially higher. Now, DHN or Decahedron Limited is a pharmaceutical wholesaler incorporated in the UK in August of 2011, so about 11 years old. It's audited by the MHRA, which is the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency under the European GDP or Good Distribution Practices. And if we click on the Find Out More here, you can see they're really focused on importing and exporting branded, generic, and unlicensed POM, OTCs, and medical devices all over the world. So POM stands for prescription only medicine, and OTC stands for over the counter. So various different types of medicines, again distributed globally to a network of over 25 clients and vendors, which span 9 countries around the world, including Germany, United Kingdom, Denmark, UAE, Italy, France, Singapore, and Ireland. Now, Cosmo Pharmaceuticals is next up. This one was founded way back in 1994. It's a fully licensed pharmaceutical wholesale company operating in the Greater Athens area. The company is approved and authorized by the National Organization for Medicines under, again, the GDP or Good Distribution Practices to distribute a comprehensive range of pharmaceutical products. Now, once again, if we click on the more info, you can see Cosmo Pharm's core activity is actually sourcing, procuring, and distributing branded and generic medicines, again, OTC or over-the-counter pharmaceuticals, food supplements, and medical devices to its growing network of more than 1,130 pharmacies. And in order to meet that demand, the company maintains a vast supplier network of approximately 250 pharmaceutical manufacturers and wholesalers. Now, the one that we didn't mention on that list is actually Sky Premium Life. This is a luxury and high-quality nutritional supplements brand with a complete range of vitamins, minerals, herbs, and unique formulas. And we're actually going to talk about that one in more detail as we get into the article towards the end of today's presentation. Now, based on these various subsidiaries, you can see very quickly the sectors of interest for Cosmos Holdings overall. So that includes branded pharmaceuticals, generic pharmaceuticals, health products and food supplements, R&D or research and development, acquisitions, and local and direct-to-pharmacy wholesale. So again, a very diversified business model and super exciting, as I feel like each one of these sectors individually represents a great opportunity, and combined for Cosmos Holdings overall, it's a huge addressable market. And that's exactly what we see in their fiscal year-end results for 2021. So if we now jump over to this press release, which came out April 19th, so just a couple of weeks ago, the title reads, Cosmos Holdings reports continued revenue growth and achieves $3.3 million of adjusted EBITDA for the fiscal year 2021. Now, we're going to discuss some of the highlights of this earnings report in the article that's next up here, but I did want to give a quick high-level summary of what the report really entailed. So Greg Siokas, who's the CEO of Cosmos Holdings, went on to say, we are pleased to have another year of revenue growth as well as positive adjusted net income and positive adjusted EBITDA as defined below for the year ending December 30th, 2021. Heading into 2022, we are off to a strong start and expect to achieve solid year-over-year organic growth again in 2022. We continue to invest in R&D and have grown our proprietary Sky Premium Life, also known as SPL, line of luxury nutritional supplements to 85 SKUs, up from just 60 a year ago. So that's that new brand we talked about, or the fourth subsidiary of Cosmos Holdings. We recently announced that we've launched Mediterranean, a new premium line of nutritional supplements which uses organic herbs and plants found in the specific regions in Greece and the Mediterranean. And we're actually going to look at that specifically. We believe this new line of premium nutraceuticals will further enhance our growth strategy, and we look forward to expanding the product line into new global markets through our growing distribution channels. During 2021, we developed numerous new branded products, many of which have launched with more slated for launch throughout 2022. We are also focusing on creating a new line of proprietary branded and generic pharmaceuticals as EU prescription drugs come off of patent. Now, in terms of some of the financial highlights, over the past year, we've been focusing on reducing the company's debt, which is great to see for any of these investment opportunities, and have converted a total of $11.2 million of debt actually to equity. We continue to strengthen our balance sheet and have increased our working capital by 69% to $11 million as of December 31st of last year, compared to only $6.5 million December 31st of 2020. We have also increased shareholder equity to $4.4 million from a deficit of $4.2 million as of December 31st of 2020. We have maintained a solid balance sheet and are well positioned to execute on a number of key milestones that we believe will drive significant value for shareholders. So exactly what you want to see as a potential investor in this company. And again, based on that share price pullback we've seen over the last couple of months, you're now able to pick up shares for a fraction of what you could have only a few quarters ago. Now, this is also important to note. In the first quarter of 2022, they actually uplisted to the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ exchange is a relatively new listing for this company, which was a significant achievement and a direct result of hard work of our board of directors and leadership team in 2021. And as we've talked about in previous videos, uplisting to one of these major markets represents more investment opportunities. You get more eyeballs on the stock, better access to capital, and really validates the company and should be viewed as a major vote of confidence for potential investors. And if we actually take a look at the numbers, you can see $56.2 million in top line revenue, gross profit of $8.33 million, adjusted EBITDA of $3.32 million, and adjusted net income of $384,000 compared to only $164,000 in 2020. So overall, very strong growth and very strong numbers from the team at Cosmos Holdings. Again, a direct representation of the opportunity and the portfolio of products and services that they have under their corporate umbrella. Now this is where it gets really exciting in today's presentation. So during my research, I came across this report here from the Innovative Health Report talking about Cosmos Holdings and specifically calling out a number of factors as to why they're so excited about this company over the next couple of quarters. So the article is titled Fast Growing NASDAQ Newcomer, again just listed on the NASDAQ, reports $3.3 million of EBITDA and 134% increase in adjusted net income for year end. So again, referencing the very strong financial performance we just talked about in that last release. And similar to the company website, I'll leave a link in the video description below to this article if you'd like to go in and take a closer look for yourself. Now the article then goes on to pose a question: could Cosmos Holdings become a major disruptor in the estimated $1.3 trillion global pharma industry? And again, in terms of total addressable market or TAM, $1.3 trillion is absolutely massive here, you guys, and definitely should grab investor attention. Now, as we continue to scroll down, you can see they just reported on May 3rd, they actually appointed a new member to the board of directors and the board's audit committee. So another piece of news that just recently came out in May here from the company. And then we get into the top 7 reasons why Cosmos Holdings should be on your radar. So we're going to go through these briefly and then we'll expand on them based on our existing knowledge of the company as we continue to go through this article. So number 1, the company just released important financial news, again, where they achieved $3.3 million of adjusted EBITDA for the fiscal year 2021, which we just looked at, and that impressive and very important increase of 134% in adjusted net income. So those are the two numbers that we specifically called out right here, 3.3 million in adjusted EBITDA and 384,000 in adjusted net income, again up from only 164,000 in 2020. Now the second point on the list here, the company's pharmaceutical logistics center located in Greece, also known as Cosmo Farm, which we talked about, just got a major facelift in terms of their technology with the integration of a brand new SSI Schaefer's A-frame automated robotic picking system. So this is super exciting in terms of the operational updates and means they're going to be much more efficient at this location. And we're actually going to take a look at a video showing this automated robotic picking system in action in a couple of minutes here. Now next up, according to Fortune Business Insights, the healthcare sector overall in 2020 accelerated the demand for effective treatments and drugs worldwide, which in turn caused the global pharmaceutical industry to reach that estimated valuation of $1.3 trillion. So the third point here really has to do with the overall pie or the overall market opportunity in which Cosmos Holdings is really participating. Fourth, or next up, Cosmos has an extensive network of over 160 clients and vendors in Germany, the United Kingdom, UAE, Denmark, Italy, France, Singapore, Ireland, Sweden, Poland, Netherlands, and Greece. So we talked about this in the intro, but very diverse in terms of their geographic footprint and the customers and clients that they serve. Fifth really talks about the company's overall strategy, which is focused on that optimization and growth of its pharmaceutical sourcing and distribution business. And with that being said, this sourcing distribution, which includes sourcing specialty pharmaceuticals, is really what Cosmos sees as the anchor of its development and position in the pharmaceutical supply chain. So this is really the foundation the company's been built on, but they still feel there's room for opportunity to optimize and grow this platform or strategy. And again, that was directly seen or reflected in the numbers. So back in 2020, they saw revenue growth in the neighborhood of about 40%. The article refers to it as jaw-dropping gross profit growth of nearly 120%. And in addition to that, it reported nearly 16% year-over-year growth in revenue and a 27.8% sequential quarter-over-quarter growth in revenue for Q2 of 2021. So whether we're talking about year over year, quarter over quarter, or gross profit, we're seeing tremendous growth in each of these various categories. And the seventh point here, which really refers to the company's balance sheet, Cosmos Holdings recently announced the closing of a $6 million private placement. So they're fully cashed up and they've got the capital to continue to build out and scale their business and focus on potential acquisition targets as opportunities begin to present themselves. And with that being said, now we're going to expand on each one of these points in a little bit more detail. So the article then goes on to talk about the overall macro environment here, the global pharmaceutical industry as a whole, which we already pointed out is in the neighborhood or estimated to be worth about $1.3 trillion. And they're now starting to see an increasing prevalence of chronic disease and growing adoption of modern technologies like that new picking system that are leading to the evolution in the pharmaceutical sector. This is why Fortune believes we could now see global pharmaceutical market size reach nearly 2.15 trillion, again up from that 1.3 trillion we just talked about by 2027 for an estimated compound annual growth rate of 7% globally. So the market is already massive and it's expected to grow by about 7% for the next 5 years based on some of these trends we're seeing around the world right now. And if we then drill down to Cosmos Holdings specifically, and again, we look at their various areas of focus, which we talked about, including branded pharmaceuticals, generic pharmaceuticals, health products, food supplements, R&D, acquisitions, so that's where that cash or private placement is going to come in handy, and local and direct to pharmacy wholesale, it's very evident that Cosmos is well set up to take advantage of this blossoming market. And they then talk about some of the specific milestones like the NASDAQ uplist, like the 2021 financial result, and the quote which we talked about from the CEO of Cosmos Holdings. So now I wanted to shift gears a little bit and scroll down to the part of the article which really talks about this new nutraceuticals line. And again, as a reminder, that's the Sky Premium Life brand. So as you can see here, they've now entered into an exclusive distribution agreement with Provida for the distribution of their full line of proprietary nutraceuticals from the Sky Premium Life brand in Germany and Austria. Provida has 25 years experience in the e-commerce space and a successful track record in selling health products. Now, in addition to that, they've now entered a 3-year distribution agreement with the China-based e-commerce giant REMAI to open a flagship store and launch their Sky Premium Life products on Alibaba's Tmall global platform. This is the world's largest cross-border e-commerce marketplace with nearly 500 million monthly active users. So again, a massive opportunity here for the Sky Premium Life brand. Plus, as we talked about in the last article, Cosmos has already begun reducing its debt and is now focused on converting debt into equity. So a super strong underlying business model built on the distribution and sourcing of various different pharmaceuticals. Now you layer in the Sky Premium Life brand, some of these new agreements that are just coming to fruition, their impressive financial results, and the fact that they're paying down debt. There really are a number of things to like or take note of in relation to Cosmos Holdings. Now, I mentioned a couple of seconds ago that this new brand was really focused on the Mediterranean lifestyle, and this is something I find super interesting. I was actually just reading a book called The Blue Zones of Happiness, and they talk a lot about the Mediterranean lifestyle and diet. So for the 5th year in a row, the US News and World Report ranked the Mediterranean diet as #1 in multiple categories, including the best for heart health, the best for diabetes, and the best diet for overall weight loss in the world. And that's why we're starting to see so many people in this region actually reach that 100 years of life or 100-year-old milestone compared to anywhere else around the world. Now, part of this is actually the unique climate found in the Mediterranean basin. It's hot, it's sunny, it's dry in the summer with cold and wet winters, and that's actually what makes the herbs and plants and pretty much anything else from the region so in demand. So on April 12th of this year, Sky Premium Life, which is Cosmos' proprietary luxury nutritional supplement product, which we talked about, launched the Mediterranean lineup, a new premium line of nutritional supplements that's looking to leverage the awareness of the extremely popular Mediterranean diet with their full line of supplements. So they're actually playing on the fact that the Mediterranean climate and diet has been recognized around the world, and they're now launching a unique lineup of supplements to actually help consumers see and feel the effects of this local diet. So again, the CEO goes on to say there's a high demand among consumers for supplements that utilize high-quality Mediterranean ingredients, which possess a variety of antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. We are carefully selecting ingredients that have demonstrated positive effects ranging from gut health to aging, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. So this is definitely something I wanted to call out and spend a little bit of time on. Again, very relevant based on some of the recent books I've been reading and super relevant to Cosmos Holdings' growth strategy over the next couple of years. Now, another key area of growth that we're seeing from Cosmos Holding is actually their investment in advanced technology to expand their productivity. And this really goes back to that point about their logistics center located in Greece. So again, a few months back, Cosmos made a huge announcement regarding the installation of this state-of-the-art, fully automated picking system at this logistics center. The system is designed to process complex orders with precision and speed, leading to increased performance while dramatically lowering error rates and overall costs. The system itself, now that it's installed, can process up to 40,000 products per hour and can accommodate a variety of packaging shapes and sizes. And there's actually a really cool video here from Cosmos Holdings that we're going to take a look at that really shows this picker in action. So traditionally, people or employees would have to go in and physically pick each one of these orders from thousands of different SKUs and shelves located in these distribution sites. Now, with the installation of this fully automated system, you can see how efficient and effective the order picking actually becomes at this logistics center. So we obviously won't watch the full 5-minute video, but I thought it was important to bring up specifically this section here that really shows the machine in action. And as you can see, thousands of different SKUs on either side of the aisle here, with the automated picker system efficiently going through these SKUs and creating these thousands of various different orders. And again, the key there is really going to focus on cutting down error rates and increasing overall productivity. And here's a look at the logistics center itself from the outside. Now the CEO goes on to say, with a fully robotic system in place, Cosmos Farms Logistics Center can now process orders at higher speeds and higher quality even at peak times. This is critical to maintain the quality of our service while scaling our product offerings and client base. This installation reflects our commitment to invest in advanced technologies that substantially expand our current productivity and throughput, supporting our growth and improving our overall efficacy for our deliverables. So this is just one example of using cutting-edge technology to really build the company's portfolio and expand their growth potential. And it's really all of these various different pieces in combination that's contributing to Cosmos Holdings' overall comprehensive strategy, which is rooted in the optimization and growth of its pharmaceutical sourcing and distribution business. So to close out the article, they then go on to talk about these various different sectors of interest, which we identified on the corporate website in more detail, which I thought was super informative. So the branded pharmaceuticals are really the primary product category that Cosmos focuses on importing and exporting. To maximize its performance, Cosmos evaluates product availability, pricing, demand trends, and patent expiration. So as the patents on drugs are becoming end of life, this now creates an opportunity for their generic equivalents to enter the marketplace, and that's exactly where Cosmos sees an opportunity. On the generic pharmaceuticals front, these are really the second product category that Cosmos focuses on importing and exporting. The company applies the same discipline to the generics that it did with the brandeds above. And similar to what we saw with the branded pharmaceuticals, they're really looking for that supply-demand imbalance or opportunities as patents continue to expire. Now, under the health products and food supplement banner, the wholesale distribution of food supplements actually offers more significant margins than the pharmaceutical product distribution. So this is a great margin opportunity for the company. And they also really make convenience a central pillar of this category by providing customers with an extensive portfolio of products that they can source from a single vendor. Now, under the R&D pillar, the company is continuously evaluating the demand for food supplements in the market where it currently distributes their pharmaceutical products. So again, they're using the knowledge from these various different points or sectors within the overall market to make informed decisions about future opportunities. This approach then aims to maximize the profitability of successfully competing with other brands in the marketplace. So super smart strategy there, and again, leveraging the data and insights that they already have available. Under the acquisition banner, Cosmos is regularly evaluating acquisition targets that could expand its distribution reach or the vertical integration into the supply chain of the products that it currently distributes. So in terms of the focus here, they're looking for long-term revenue growth, margin expansion through synergies, and the ability to maintain a flexible capital structure. And then their final sector of interest is really that local and direct-to-pharmacy wholesale. So continuously looking to expand into the full-line wholesale distribution business through acquisitions. Full-line pharmaceutical wholesale provides the local markets with branded pharmaceuticals, generic pharmaceuticals, and OTC or over-the-counter medicines, vitamins, and food supplements. So a variety of different opportunities there, and by expanding their pharmaceutical distribution business, Cosmos believes that it will have a better ability to directly source branded and generic products from various different manufacturers. This way, Cosmos can potentially sell its vitamins, food supplements, and cosmetic products directly to pharmacies for better prices. And the ways they're really attacking these various different sectors of interest are through the subsidiaries that we talked about in the intro. So with that being said, you guys, a ton of opportunity and activity under the Cosmos Holdings umbrella. We just saw some very impressive numbers come out from their 2021 financial results. We've seen the share price pull back significantly over the last couple of months, which in my opinion may present a great buying opportunity if you're looking for exposure to the pharmaceutical distribution sector. We've got some major short-term growth catalysts on the horizon with their Sky Premium Life brand and some of the new technology that they've installed in their distribution centers. And for those reasons, I'm really excited about this company, and I definitely think it's worth throwing on your watch list and keeping an eye on over the next couple of months. Now, I'd be super curious to hear your thoughts in the comment section below, whether or not you're holding shares of this company. Again, they just uplisted to the NASDAQ, so a lot of investor attention, what you think about their business model, and how you think they stack up to some of the other players in the pharmaceutical space. If you're still watching the video at this point, hopefully you found some value, so make sure you hit the like button before you leave. And if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, McNallie Money, feel free to do so. Now, as mentioned, I'll leave a link to the company's website and the article from Innovative Health Report in the video description below if you'd like to go in and take a closer look for yourself. And with that being said, that's all for now. Thanks so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.